look at the black team's opening lineup. Armstrong is out there with the Wizard. Then it's the Prophet, and there's the General, and it's Reddick in at the 2 spot. Main man is out there with Starks, and there's Money. Then it's D, and it's Anderson in at the shooting guard. Armstrong kicks to Reddick, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, once a shooter, always a shooter. J.J. Reddick, one of the great marksmen of all time at Duke in the college game. And it's kept on rolling here in the NBA. He's got deep range on his 3, can spot up and shoot from anywhere, and also put the ball on the floor a couple times and create a shot inside.
Great shot is right. And like you said, not only threes, but Steve, any shot where you give Reddick a chance to set his feet and get a clear view of the hoop, his shot form is just too consistent for him to miss. He's one of those players who works on that just so diligently. You know he's going to find a degree of success every time out. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Thanks, yes. The white team's head coach and I were able to chat. When we talked about what they'll try to do on defense, he told me they're going to have to do everything they can to neutralize their opponent's high flyers, saying, quote, "We can't play above the rim like these guys, so we'll have to do our best to keep them away from the hoop." Gentlemen, easier said than done.
And thanks for that story, Doris. And both free throws good for Armstrong.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
Here's White. It's a 3-point game. That's a foul called on the Prophet. That is his first foul of the game.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
To the middle. Rain Man. Up and in on the layup.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
The Prophet passes to the Wizard. The dish to Armstrong. Tipped away. And that's going to be out of bounds. No keep possession. Off the inbound. And it's good on the layup.
He's so reliable. And, you know, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
To the paint. Here's Gary. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
You can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
Puts it up from 12. Armstrong gets the bucket. And right now, here's the white team. And the pass to Money. Lots of room. The shot is off. The black team going the other way with it. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. The General's got his first 2 points. Here's White, trailing by 5. Here's Gary. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
On defense, White. Down low. Pass to the Wizard. He kicks it to Armstrong. To the inside. Inside. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
But, you know, they've got a nice lead. Don't take any chances. The simple one-hander is just fine.
Here's Gary. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. This is his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Here's the Wizard. That's good.
These defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense.
And he gets the bucket. D's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
And the call will be against Dyme. That is his first foul of the game. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. The general passes to the Prophet. It's stolen.
Boy, stingy defense there, denying that pass.
And it's all evened up.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
Passes it to the general. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Here's Money. He has 6. Rain Man passes to Money. And he gets it to go.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot. Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid-fire offense early.
There's the feed to Anderson. Money. No one near him. Misses off the left iron. Knocks it loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession. 1:27 left in the first. Off the inbound. Oh!
How about that basketball, man? Wow.
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
Dyme, covered by Reddick. Kicks it to Starks. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Starks has got 6.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
And the white team with possession. They're on a 15-6 run. Now the pass to D. Here's Rain Man. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Bart, because they're keeping the ball moving. The defense hasn't been able to set up.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. The general can't hit from 12.
Major defensive lapse right there. And he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it. Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Well, he's got to be disappointed with his team's play over the course of this run. You know, thus the timeout. You got to talk things over, try to get back into the game.
Something has to change for them as they haven't looked good at all during this run. So timeout is appropriate here.
Here is Hawes. Farmar dishes to Reddick. He feeds it to Crawford. Shot to stop the run. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer. And that does it for the first quarter. The white team leading by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Taking a look at the white team performance here, Clark and Steve. What do you think they've been doing right? What do you think they've been doing wrong?
It was pretty impressive the way they moved the ball, made the extra pass, and found open shooters that whole quarter.
Yeah, it's been a complete team effort out there. Great to watch.
G out there with Anderson. And it's Rain Man, and there's Money. And it's Starks in at the 5 spot. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. We've got Crawford. Spencer Hawes out there with Hedo Turkoglu. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Farmar in at the 1.
Great job. Taking right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left them no choice but to foul there.
The Profits checked in for Jordan Farmar. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Coach Doc Rivers certainly hasn't minced words since joining the Clippers. He's held each player accountable and defined roles. He told DeAndre Jordan he wouldn't run any plays for him, that he just wanted him to focus on defense. Jordan said Doc knows how to reach people. There are egos on every team, and he knows how to control all of that. It's honesty. Refreshing, gentlemen.
Champion with the Celtics is one of the best coaches in the league. Thanks, Doris. Here's Turkoglu, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Turkoglu's got 4 points this quarter. D passes to Raymond. Here's Money, defended by Turkoglu. Here's D. Buries the long-range jumper. D's got 8 points.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Here's the Prophet. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's D. It's hauled in by Jamal Crawford. And here's the black team now. 11-point game. And the kid picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Prophet passes to Hawes. And the call will be against D. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
The General's checked in for Spencer Hawes. Stripped it away. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Pass to the General. And here's the black team now. They trail by 11. And he gets it to go. So it's the white team now. Down low. Here.
And he's one player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty. The way he can blast his way straight through traffic. He's really strong.
And something else everybody loves about him is his ability to do the sensational and spectacular. His dunks simply defy description at times.
Redick, a good look. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
Well, the league is making a push for more transparency with its officiating since last season. And I really think that's the way to go. Sharing memos with teams and the media. And I think it's a great step, really. Because, again, with all of the information and technology available, fans are able to see more and their expectations are higher. And when you can do it at a higher level and to help get things right, I think transparency is a good thing from the official standpoint. And help people understand how difficult their jobs are and the great job that they do as officials.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. They get it back. Here's the Prophet. Tries again.
You know, his shooting percentage is falling off here in the second. He just can't get the ball in the basket. He's really struggling. How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty Jeopardy from that.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yeah, you got that right.
And when it comes to officiating, players have said the main thing they're concerned with is consistency.
That's right. That way they can make the adjustment to how the game's being called. And you talk about that open dialogue and transparency, and that can only help. Communicating how certain situations are going to be interpreted.
For the black team, Glenn Davis is checked in for Turkoglu. And it's Farmar in for the Prophet. And so it's Black with it. It's a 13-point game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burt for an update. Hi, Doris.
Gentlemen, it's interesting that Jamal Crawford has always embraced his sixth man role. He said, quote, nobody wants to come off the bench, but if you're really about winning and sacrifice, then you have to do it. When you bring one of your top scorers off the bench, it gives your team balance. I like that when I check in the game, the other players start getting nervous. And there's no doubting they do, guys.
He can get his shot anytime. Thank you, Doris. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Fans don't like that call one bit.
Well, the officials got an earful as a result.
Rain Man, he's guarded by Davis. Rain Man passes to Money. And yes, sir, that one drops.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting exposed right now.
The Wizards gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Pass to Starks. Here's Rain Man. Money passes to Starks. And Davis pulls it down.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Here's Farmar. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Three-pointer. Good. And 11 points for D.
And he's shaking off a poor first-quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
The Wizard passes to Davis. Fast break. Here we go. Throws up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Farmar, no good. All by himself. The offensive rebound. Starts the pass to Rainman. Second chance shot. And the foul on Jordan Farmar. That's foul number 2 for him.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
The Profits checked in for Jordan Farmar.
That's the risky run by staying out there as he picks up his third.
That free throw, no good. Second free throw, no good.
Boy, they're really battling, guys. Not sitting back, being aggressive, attacking when they have the chance. I like that.
Yeah, and that kind of approach is going to serve them well. It's gotten them to the line more than a few times this quarter.
The Prophet passes to the General. And they get it. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. The white team up 19. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What a game we're seeing from Money.
Yeah, it's been a lockdown defensive effort from him through the first two quarters. He's just swatting shots away.
Well, the reach and the timing he's shown to get to some of these shots has been really impressive. He looks like he has telescope arms out there, like an octopus.
We've got Starks. Money out there with Rain Man. Then it's D, and it's Anderson in at the two-guard spot. They've got the Prophet. Ron Davis out there with the Wizard. And there's the General, and it's Redick in at the 2. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jock Rivers. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Now, the defense just couldn't get a hand in his face, couldn't challenge the shot.
Yeah, made his height advantage count that time.
To the paint. Here's Gary. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
So nice to have a guy like that who can take charge at any time.
Yeah, so many of his passes, Steve, have led directly to baskets.
Here's Davis. Starks with the steal.
Wow, what a throwdown. Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Oh, and there's the one-handed jam. Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And the black team making a change here. Crawford's checked in. Nice D from Crawford.
4 for 5 so far. That's their first miss of the second half.
The Wizard passes to Crawford. Right over the D.
Boy, he's got a real comfort level with the mid-range game. I mean, he's got the ability not to let the defense bother him when he's locked into that shooting zone.
That is good. And that's 10 points for Rain Man.
They are owning the lane right now. Every one of their last 10 points has come either at or near the rim.
Great looks in tight because they're finding lanes to the hoop whenever they want them.
And you have to be aware of his specific capacity to knock down the corner 3. That's where he's most comfortable. That's where he's going to be. So defensively, you got to keep tabs on him.
And another thing about his game that's really noticeable is how well he handles defensive pressure when he's getting his shot off. He's a very composed shooter.
That's doing some skyscraping.
We're talking about a point guard there, Kevin. He can really raise up.
Flashy pass, monster dunk, whatever it is. I mean, this guy's got the versatility to do it.
Crawford up top. Elbow shot is on the way. A second chance effort. Here's the Wizard. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Boy, what a throwdown after doing a great job to corral the rebound.
Well, you know, there aren't that many players with a better nose for the ball than him.
Agreed.
And with the D always scattered after an offensive rebound, he knows exactly how to get that to work for him.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rain Man. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's the Prophet. He has 5. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And he makes the first. Both good from the line that time. This has been a one-sided affair.
Man, they've done a really nice job of extending their lead, Kevin.
Money passes to Starks. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic. You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on the general. That's his first foul. Jordan Farmar. He's checked in for the Prophet. Starks. Here's D. You know what? They battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Redick passes to the Wizard. Starks with the steal. D. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Just absolute domination in this one for D. 13 points and 11 dimes. He's a one-man wrecking crew out there.
Well, they have no answer for him at this point.
1:56 left to play here in the third. Here's the general, covered by Starks. Off target from the baseline. To the inside. Oh, look out. There he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam. Well, just too many easy buckets, you know, in and around the paint. So he wants to put a stop to it. His timeout is going to be used to try to tighten up the defense.
Guys at this level, they won't miss often if you keep giving up looks inside. They're paying for that right now. Good timeout here.
Black team. Hawes comes in for the general, and Glenn Davis subbed in for the Wizard. And here's the black team now. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Man, a real mental lapse there at a terrible time.
Well, Steve, it would have been a big gap anytime, but especially when you're behind. Oh, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
Davis kicks to Hawes. He dishes it to Redick. His 3-pointers off the mark. Pass to Rainman. Connects on the 17-footer. Rainman's got 14.
And what I like about him, he needs very little time to get his shot off. If he has just a bit of room, that's all it takes. In a catch-and-shoot situation, he's going to let it fly.
And I also can't get over how much energy he expends rebounding the basketball. He goes all out on the boards every single night.
There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Feeds it to Starks. Hawes with the block. To the middle. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Here's Farmar. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. There's Crawford with the 3. And he gets it to go.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
On the basket by Starks.
Oh, you got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
And there's the 3-second violation.
Inexcusable mistake for a team that's trying to get back into the game.
Yeah, I have no clue what he was thinking about there. As a matter of fact, he may have had his brain in neutral.
Bumped on the way up, but hits it. And they call the blocking foul. the wing, Jamal Crawford. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade, and there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. Anderson is out there with D. Then there's Starks, and it's Rain Man, and it's Money in at the 3.
Boy, great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, it sure was. He made a beeline for the bucket as soon as they got the ball. Right away, straight to the rim.
Crawford's shot is good.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
The pass to Money.
Man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. Now that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. Great awareness and terrific finish.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close. Last year there was talk about perhaps extending the All-Star break for the players. It was something the players would definitely be interested in, as a few more days mid-season would help them recharge, particularly for the guys who play during All-Star weekend.
Will it go? And the layup is good.
The offensive execution really well done. They got the ball in tight for the high percentage shot.
Down low. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball. Really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
And good on the basket. Book it.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Money's got 18 points now here in the second half. And the call will be against D. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That foul gives him 4, so he's just 2 away from being Dairy Queen.
The general is checked in for Spencer Hawes.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3-ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
To the paint. It's deflected. And that's a foul called on Money. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pass to the general. Covered by Starks. Here's the general. Blocked.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today. What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Farmar kicks to Reddick. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there. Well, the old days of the dollar-for-dollar luxury tax are gone. The new, more punitive luxury tax really changing the way the league does business. Teams like the Knicks and the Lakers and the Celtics, high-revenue teams, they're not nearly as willing to go into that tax anymore. So it really has kind of leveled the playing field.
And Steve, you mentioned the new luxury tax, and Clark and I talk about it all the time. It's an incremental system. Clark, you know, it starts at 150% and above the $15 million over the cap. The tax is 325%.
And Kevin, that's before you get into the repeater penalties. If a team pays the luxury tax 4 out of 5 seasons in a row, you tack on another 100%. Those numbers could even affect big market teams.
Passes it to D. Launches it. No good. The black team going the other way with it. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter.
Boy, and that is a bunch of rebounds for a player who's not the biggest guy out there.
Well, this is what he does. He's shooting it well. He's scoring a lot of their points, getting them in front.
Now Farmar. He passes to the Wizard. Misses the three. And the white team with possession. And stolen by Farmar. Here's Armstrong. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it. They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And they're going to have to continue that pace, Clark, because they're down, and anytime you're losing, you got to take advantage of every offensive opportunity you have.
There's a good screen. Anderson passes to Money. Starks. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Armstrong. That's blocked. Here's Flame-Man. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And tack on a few more points to the lead. Why not? I suppose this is an emphatic showing for this club.
And, Steve, they did it in style. A beat down the entire way. You look at NBA defenses now. More and more, they're designed to deny points in the paint and three-pointers and concede long twos. That's the impact of analytics because the numbers indicate the long two is the lowest percentage shot to take.
Inside, here's Gary. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
The pass to the Wizard. Lets the three fly. Starks with the rebound.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
And the black team with possession here. Farmar dishes to Armstrong. Can't get it to go. And White the other way now. Here's Starks. It's blocked. Now Farmar. Reddick passes to the general. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Farmar with the bucket.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
That's good. Money's got 40 points.
Terrific job taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Steve, I thought those home fans, gave this team a big lift all game. A lot of positive energy in the building.
Pass to D. Lets it go from the wing. And that one's good.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Steve, and Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Money.